Hello and welcome to ERi-TV Evening News, live from Asmara at 10:30 p.m. I am Salem Brhana. Here are stories making headlines today. President Isaias visits historical sites in Cairo. Eritrean cycling team crowned champion of Tour du Rwanda. ECOWAS lifts sanction on Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso and Guinea. More people will die due to extreme heat by 2050, studies indicate. President Isaias and his delegation on official visit to the Republic of Egypt on invitation by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi today, 25th February, visited Egyptian National Museum and other historical and religious sites in Cairo. Accompanied by Egypt's Ministers of Water Resource, President Isaias explored the National Museum of Egypt, which is renowned for its collection of pharaonic antiquities, mummies, and ancient artifacts that illustrate the lifestyle of ancient Egypt. During their tour of the historical and religious landmarks, President Isaias and his delegation received detailed briefing from the site coordinators. President Isaias expressed his appreciation for the meticulous preservation of these significant sites. On the first day of his visit, President Isaias engaged in discussion with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on focusing on strengthening bilateral relations, addressing conflict in Sudan, and ensuring the security of Red Sea region. The Eritrean national cycling team clinched victory in the 16th edition of Tour du Rwanda 2024, outperforming 19 national and club teams from Africa and Europe. The team secured first place with a cumulative time of 52 hours, 32 minutes and 32 seconds. On the final day of the competition, today, 25th February, the Eritrean national cycling team maintained its leading positions from previous states, ultimately emerging as the overall team champion. During the 8th and final stage of the race, Dawit Yamane from Bike 8 finished 8th, while Akhlilu Arrafaina and Olympian Merhaw Odus placed 14th and 20th respectively. Akhlilu Arrafaina was recognized as the best young rider and the best African young rider of the tour, with Dawit Yamane earning the title of Best African Rider. We are live on ERi-TV. Stay tuned for international news. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has suspended sanctions it imposed on Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso. The regional bloc has lifted sanctions on the Republic of Guinea-Bissau also. This was part of decision reached yesterday at the bloc's extraordinary meeting of the Authority of Head of States and Governments presided over by the chairman, President Bola Tinubu, in Abuja. President of the ECOWAS Commission, Omar Aliyu, who read the communique of the resolutions reached at the summit, said while the political and targeted sanctions on Niger Republic remain, the region bloc lifted some financial and economic sanctions on Guinea-Bissau and Mali. So the border closure, the commercial sanction, and all are on leisure, and that is what the leaders have decided to lift. But individual sanctions as well as political sanctions remain in place in Niger. Now for other countries, political sanctions remain. That is the limited ability to attend ECOWAS summit as well as ministerial sessions. Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso had in late January announced their withdrawal from ECOWAS over what they described as inhumane and illegal sanctions, harming their people. They had further disclosed plan to form a confederation. They also alleged that the bloc had fallen under the influence of foreign governments whose interests they said were far from the people. Nearly 5 times more people will likely die to extreme heat in coming decades, an international team of experts warned on Wednesday, adding that without sanction on climate change, the health of humanity is at grave risk. Lethal heat was just one of the many ways the world is still increasing use of fossil fuels threatens human health, according to the Lancet Countdown, a major annual assessment carried out by leading researchers and institutions. More common drought will put millions at risk of starving. Mosquitoes spreading farther than ever before will take infectious disease with them, and health system will struggle to cope with the burden, the researchers warned. The dire assessment comes during what is expected to be the hottest year in human history. Just last week, Europe's climate monitor declared that last month was the warmest October on record. It also comes ahead of COP28 climate talks in Dubai later this month, which will for the first time host a health day on December 3 as experts try to shine a light on global warming's impact on health. Despite growing calls for global action, energy-related carbon emissions hit new highs last year. The Lancet Countdown report says singling out still massive government subsidies and private bank investment into planet heating fossil fuels. Before we go, we have a quick recap of the top stars. President Isaias visits historical sites in Cairo. Eritrean cyclist team crowned champion of Tour du Rwanda. ECOWAS lifts sanction on Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea. More people will die due to extreme heat by 2050, studies indicate. And that wraps up our news broadcast for this evening. Thank you for watching. Good night.